Hi, everybody. Once again, Diamond Billiard Products would like to welcome you to the Silver Jubilee of the world-famous Derby City Classic. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. As always, we're in the ACCUSTATS Arena here at Caesars, Southern Indiana. And this event is proudly sponsored by Diamond Billiard Products, Simonis Cloth, and Aramith. And we also want to recognize our great two associate sponsors, Outsville and Master Chalk, and thank our tireless direction team from Bad Boys Billiards Productions. Well, 25 years of anything is quite an accomplishment, but in the pool industry, it's quite a milestone. And we're here to celebrate that this week. And we wouldn't be able to do so without each and every one of you. We couldn't have achieved this without your enthusiasm and support and loyalty to the DCC. So we want you to enjoy this very, very special and historic week here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. You deserve it. Thank you. All right, here's where we are in the bank pool division. 483 began. There's about 10 players left. 3 of them have rebuys. Unfortunately, neither of these gentlemen do, so one's going on and one's going home. This is round number 11. Let's introduce them to you right now. Originally from Russia, now residing here in the USA. He is a 2-time reigning and defending bank pool champion right here and going for an unprecedented 3 in a row. Never been done. Sponsored by 60 and Diamond, please welcome the Ghost. It's Fedor Gorst. And his opponent, and we're proud to have him with us. He's from Connecticut. This gentleman has multiple state championships throughout New England. And there's more than one state in New England, so that'll tell you something. And he's sponsored by Sharkstream and In the Box Sports. Let's hear it for Lukas Fracasso-Verner. All right, good luck, gentlemen. 30-second shot clock. Winner breaks. Cue ball fouls only. Race to 3. We're going to send it upstairs to our best, Double J and Mark Wilson. Go ahead, Mark.
Jeremy Jones and myself, Mark Wilson, are glad that you have joined us today. Got a good one here, Jeremy. Any opening thoughts?
Yeah, well, we saw Federer in a Banks match here on this table. No one played on it until today. Brand new felt, so maybe a little edge there, just having a little bit of time on it. And Lukas, of course, these two have tangled up a few times of late, but he's a kid constantly getting better. He stays very confident. That's one of the most impressive things I see about Lukas, because he does take on all customers once they come to the Northeast. So he doesn't always win, right, in these matches and maybe in the back room, but he's a very confident player, does not get discouraged, and I think that's going to be a big part here in this race to 3.
He has a great form, too. He sticks to his form. A lot of young people, like you were talking about in the past, that get quick or fast, play fast, and then later they slow down. He's always been a steady customer.
Yeah, and real good cueing. Probably is just learning as much winning this week in the banks each round as he knew about banks before. That's what 9-ball players do. You start to just pick up information, how to hit them, what's the right shot. And, he's just a quick learner. Some interesting matches. I know Filler has no losses. I'm not sure about the other 2 players that Kenny had mentioned, but he's in a battle against Justin Hall in round 11 here.
Justin Hall racking, which might mean he's breaking.
He did. I saw just him make a cross corner. I think to win game 1 is what I'm guessing.
Okay, opening break here. 2 ball in the wing. 2 balls down, 1 ball's down. Balls are scattering. Needs a 6 to get up.
Yes.
It didn't really. Did it? Maybe
yeah, and I think this is where the Neufeld will fool you. Neufeld will actually kind of grab nicely for you, trying to stiff this back with just low on the ball and just a hair right. You got to cut it to get out of the kiss. And don't get me wrong, it's dangerous because the cue ball's coming up. But I think it is playable the way this table, it'll slide quite a bit is what I'm saying.
If it doesn't go, the 3-reeler in the side on the 6, but you have to really get deep on that because it's so slippery to get it to widen out enough. Always
Yeah.
wants to go short.
Now you could try to hit it lightly because the 5 doesn't bank past the 3, and try and slide it in maybe, but then you tend to maybe get a double kiss and the cue ball gets turned loose a little bit. I think Fedor, for the most part, of course, in banks, it's real simple. You got to outbank your opponent. But he tries to do that with a lot of players because I think some still have the experience on the moving side of things. When it comes to Fedor, I mean, he outbanks them, but they do outmove him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that's the case he feels here with Lukas. So you may see him play a little tighter than normal, I think, here deep in the tournament.
And no reason to take on too wild of a shot and let Lukas get comfortable in the match. You want to kind of use your credentials against him a little bit here, make him feel the heat.
Yeah, absolutely. Get yourself comfortable as well. And, one pocket and bank pull much different than the 9-ball and 10-ball we've seen here at the Derby. It's more about awkward for your opponent because you do share a lot of time at the table. All right, now Lukas has gotten him to where I would have liked to cut off the bottom where he couldn't dig off the 5 myself, but Lukas has him where he has to come down table somewhat with the cue ball first, which is what you want. But he can cut this towards the 4 because he can hit the bottom of the ball and kind of come down 2 rails back.
Yeah.
Not worry about the side pocket with the 5 catching the point.
It's such a subtle big point that you made about taking away the bottom of the cue ball. With Lukas's shot, he had the capacity to do whatever he wanted comfortably.
Yeah.
But allowing it to stay over the pocket where, now he's facing having to go down table to make a hit.
And all that is a little experience, but if you just think about it, and you go, if you're Lukas, and you say, oh, if I leave it here, what's he going to do? You're going to figure out, okay, I need to put him on the rail here to make it tougher. Versus, he was just thinking not leaving him a shot. The next advancement is thinking about what safety is Fedor going to play from here, and can I make that more difficult as well? I think this goes, though, and he's going to draw the cue ball. This is where the table plays. As long as you don't overhit it, keep it around medium. This is where the table plays very conducive for this long railer. Great strike. Great strike.
Good shot, yeah. Here we see how Lukas got to the top 10 here.
Yeah, well, we always talk about it with the bankers. Usually guys that can play great 9-ball because it's really about aiming, good strokes, and then you start to realize how to hit those banks pretty quickly. I like crossing the 4 here. Maybe thinning the 5, maybe if you're comfortable with that, but the long railer, you got to get through the ball to get by the 7. I don't think he's rolling it. Wow, what a hit. What a hit here, Mark.
This kid's playing good.
Yeah, he's not backing off. The 8's a real hanger here on this table.
No, that's true. If he hadn't got wedged up on the 9, though, the 4 or the 6 were options. But like you said, the 8 plays pretty nice here.
Yeah, the 6 gives you a little more guaranteed shape or safe, but the 8's actually a little easier. Just, again, medium. He cut it much. He kind of drew the ball. He wanted to get shape, so he was trying to go into the pile with the cue ball. High ball there, that's kind of not too missable for these guys.
This truly is a great spectator game, and it's quick, and it's fast, and it's offensive-oriented, but highly skillful, too.
Yeah, it's really got the combinations of what most spectators like, and it's not hard as far as like trying to learn it, as far as the defensive side of things as well. A rare miss on a bank like that from Fedor.
I always love it. I used to play in guys, and you got a dead bank there. And they act like you can't miss it. Well, if Fedor just missed a dead bank, like, you should be ashamed of yourself. They make me feel, I'd spray them all over.
Yeah, and it's amazing. It doesn't take like top players, but just, good solid players. That one's not going to slide enough. Try playing banks for like 6-8 hours. You'll get in gear to where you think, okay, I can compete with anybody. And then you'll get to where you can't make one for some time. So I don't know what it is about the game. It really is streaky. All right, he's looking for position. So I kind of like stunning 2 rails across the head spot lightly for position on the cross corner, kind of like that. He got a little thinner, so I think he takes on the 7. The problem with this is, again, stun is what's going to make it kind of bend a little for you. And it doesn't look like it sets up so well for that. What do you think? Safety?
Yeah, the 7 looks tough to go cross corner with. Maybe he's playing the 8.
Yeah, you want to be cutting it from the other side to bend the 7. When you're cutting it the other way, doesn't really hold up. He's going 6 cross corner.
6.
Oh, he went with inside. Surprising. All right, he's supposed to shoot the 2 for sure. The 7's okay as well if he fancies that. But once you learn the slidey table, the 2 has kind of a big pocket, you know.
I agree. For me, my comfort level is higher on the 2 than it is the 7.
Yeah, I think if you're playing on the tighter, you know, older felt, maybe that's a different story. But and all Lukas needs to do is calm it down a little bit, just a little less speed. I think he starts to really get tuned in. And he'll go long rail past the 4 here and probably maybe go into the 2 with the cue ball, kind of a rolling ball maybe, I don't know. Kind of feel like Fedor's wanting to slow the game down a little bit because he's giving away some shots.
Beautiful hit. Cue ball was perfect. The object ball was perfect.
Yeah, and that stroke, good stroke, makes the ball slide a little more. You know, it opens up the pocket.
That little move right there, that's going to win the opening shot here, I think.
He's doing the right thing, though, if he's comfortable. You know, the 8's covered up the cross corner on the 4. If he can hold the cue ball. He's trying to get the 2 up maybe where it covers up some of those banks. And I really think that we may see Fedor play a little tighter in this match than maybe some others he plays. Well, no cover on the cue ball here, Mark, if he goes for the 6. He's going to catch the 9. He may come straight down the table off the 9. That's what he's planning, I think, for safety. Oh, he played the 9. Makes more sense with the cue ball.
Yeah, he didn't want to leave the 2 ball cross side, and as it turns out, he leaves the 9 cross side, but didn't have to turn out that way. That's just where the hit wants to go. When you jack up and bounce it, it's going to go short.
And he's giving up, I don't know if the 8, I think it's there, but the 6 definitely plays. And he will play shape off the 6, getting on the 9 or 2. I think anyways, because it sets up really the make on the 6 a little bit better.
Yeah. Missed another dead bank.
2 apiece here, so.
I'm just joking, by the way.
Oh, man, I can't believe he's not playing the 2. I guess he can't draw and hold it here. And again, these guys are at the table, so they know best. Watch out, cue ball. Slow down a little bit.
I think it all got weird here.
Wow. I think the 4 plays. You just can't jam it. The 2's a little odd. I agree with you there for sure. He's got to like slow cross it over, doesn't he? The 2.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad. The only problem is if it goes a little long on you, you leave it cross-side in return.
Well, he's sitting downward.
Yeah,
I guess he's playing the 4.
But if you hit it hard, okay, you hit it so clean. Playing for 1. Looks like he can play this however he wants, Mark.
Good shot. Game 1 goes to Lukas Fracasso-Verner.
It is winter break, so things can get out of hand quickly.
These matches go fast. The leg's a pretty big deal in the 1 pocket. Not quite so much of a deal here, but it is a value. Fedor pinned his opening leg back there and then made 2 balls on the break. Just wasn't blessed with a shot. Yeah, wing ball shot in like a bullet.
Yeah, he's going to be having some shots. I wouldn't say any like real easy ones, but the 9's pretty good to bet on, coming straight down the table with the cue ball, it looks like. Just level out. Looks like about a half ball hit. Medium speed. You'll come down for the 1 or the 6 cross side.
The good news is you don't have to worry about playing safe because there is no safe. So
yeah,
you just got to go naked here and just make a shot.
Yeah, good stroke. The pocket's a little bigger. It'll slide. Yeah. Ooh. He played it a little more stunning, trying to hit it thicker and straighten it out versus coming across it to where it'll kind of open up a little. He's got to shoot at it, though, however he likes. You know,
yeah,
that's all preference. So.
He started thinking about position as he stroked his last stroke there because he didn't threaten the pocket on that one.
Yeah, it's almost like he hit the wrong side of the ball or just looked at it wrong in a way because definitely, like you said, missed it quite wide. Cut it a bit on the low side. Important just get this first ball and play from there. And I think he's just overhitting it a little bit. On the new felt, it just doesn't grab like you think it's going to. It actually grabs a little better with more, like medium speed.
I don't think you should go for the whole enchilada here in terms of low left and then try to bring it back to the center. I think you should just get a ball down here because he's missed a couple that you figure him to get.
Yeah.
Okay, not bad.
No,
but the table would give you that.
Exactly. That's exactly right, Mark. Hit the nail on the head there. Try to get a little something closer, but don't push it.
Right. When you start manufacturing the angles, that's what happened to him last time. He was trying to get positioned so critically and then didn't give himself really a chance to pocket the bank on that 2 ball that went way wide.
I think this one he's got to manipulate a little bit. I kind of like the long railer on the 8 better, but of course it's preference. That type of bank I like, especially on the slick felt.
Yeah, in both cases, you get back to the back rail with the cue ball.
Oh, well, the 2 goes. That's the shot all day. I mean, that's just sitting right in front of your face, right? It goes between the 1-4. I didn't realize that. And the good thing is he doesn't have to draw back here. He can play this and hold the ball a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hit the shot perfect, and now he's played safe on himself.
Now, here he may be able to, he was looking at the 4 initially, right?
Mm-hmm.
From a top side, he may be able to cross this over and make it. I don't know if he called it, but it may lengthen enough past the 1. It lays pretty good. He hit a little thin. Ooh. That's the same kiss I got in the final 6 of the bank against Jose Perica, I think it was. I needed 1. He needed 3. Hill. Yeah, and I saw the same kiss the other day with Justin Hall in a match, case ball. He same exact kiss he got went right in the side. I didn't think the ball was going to kiss, but did he apply a little inside? Maybe.
Maybe, because it did
left.
check up a
Yeah.
little bit, so maybe.
Very tough bank to make and draw on your cue ball.
I think Jay Hall might have won that set over there.
I think so too. If you stun, you can make it all day, but if you draw, very hard. So he was betting on that one a little bit, Mark.
That was kind of a nice little bump on the 4 there. Take it out of play.
He's got the 7 for sure, but on the slick table, he's going to like the long railer on the 2 better. Because he hit it with a little more authority. He's got a little more slide with the long rail. Little favorite here for sure. Seven, either cross corner or straight back, maybe? Is he looking the 8?
Yeah, I think straight back, if you're going to play the 7, the cross corner, boy, you're sending that cue ball into a ton of traffic down there.
Yeah. Well, I thought
The
he could
8's
hit the
okay,
7
yeah.
with high right, maybe, and cross it over. Maybe. I don't know. He might not. Well, he's hit the wrong side of the ball. This is going to hurt. Gorst has 1 ball, right?
Yes.
So here you can go either way. If you like the 4 a little better, you got the 8 to stun down for a crossover. So you got choices. You don't have to shoot the 1 first.
I like the 4 and the 8 here because I think I didn't think it stunned like that. So
Well, he got it. Somehow he got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he might cross it over. I didn't know if he had to stun it or not. Why is he not shooting the 8?
He doesn't like it at all. I don't know. It's too close.
He can cut it and everything. That's the beauty of it. He can cut it and make it where the close doesn't bother you so much. He's just going to hold. Again, if he can reach it, it's a stretch, but the 8's a very makeable bank. You just come across it, a little speed. Don't be afraid to hit it to the short rail a couple inches before the pocket. Is he playing the 3 railer? I think he called the 3 railer here, maybe. So I think a lot of bank players would bet the game on this shot on the 8.
Yeah.
On the slick felt, but he's gonna protect a little more. Got to hit way short to have a chance. A little bit of applause. They thought he called the 2 railer in the side, but
Yeah, he did one thing good there. Got the cue ball pinned.
Yeah, he's got to make a good hit. I'd go off the 1 myself. That's more natural to go around the 7 and then easier than the 2, I think. You know, you can hit about half the 1 with a little right. You come around pretty easily, I think. So. No, he hit it really nice.
Speed's looking good.
Confident stroke.
Yeah.
So if he can beat the kiss with inside, that cross corner on the 7's still there. The straight back on the 7's still there. Of course, the 8 does play as well. This particular one, if you're playing it with the right, which I think you have to, sometimes hard to get enough speed to get the 7 there.
All right. Well, Gorst has the 8 ball for sure. It's not an easy shot because when you cut across it, you put the wrong spin on the 8. So you have to factor that in. He's did so throughout the match pretty nicely. The shot plays so much easier without applying position to the cue ball. He may just play safe. No, he's playing the offense. Scoring it. Does he have the 9 in the same pocket?
Yes, he does. Pretty safe as well. Just make sure you don't fall below the 3 too much and leave it cross side. Just going to stun over a little bit.
Yeah, that allows him to just go all out to make the bank when the safety aspect of it is real simple. Go wide.
Looks like the 2 may go between the 7 and 5. Not sure. I mean, it's not easy, but it's kind of like, you know.
Yeah.
If it goes, right? He may bet the game a little bit here if he's going cross corner on the 9. Of course, trailing 3-0 in this game. Does have a 1-0 lead.
Once again, real good with cue ball.
Yeah, heady shot, really. Let's see, Fedor do anything, play safe from here. Now here, go ahead and hit it thick. Don't try to chop it so much. It's not going to get away. That way you can hit it comfortable like that. And then slow the cue ball down as it comes back up the table. And you don't have to be so touchy trying to hit it thin and all that.
Yeah. Little defensive exchange going on here now.
Yeah, he'll go off the 5. And could go off the 3 if he wanted. Could go off the 9. Don't want to leave the cross corner on the 2, though, so the 9 covers that up. So either off the 5 or the 3 and run the cue ball. Probably the 5.
Real good speed.
This is where little things mean a lot. Like if you could figure out a way to freely shoot at this 5, kind of stun over somewhere where there's no other banks. I don't know where that is exactly just yet. So,
right.
but
Yeah,
but I'm telling you, like run backs and those guys, they find those little areas, and maybe doesn't increase their percentage on making the bank so much.
yeah.
But of course, they bank so well, they still make them at a decent rate.
The fire alarm was going off here in the arena, but nobody's moving. No problem.
Yeah, that's not the first time here at 25 years of the Derby. It's been 2 locations through the historic 2.5 decades.
It sure has.
And they both were pretty awesome. Nice hit, even though he's not going to make it. But here's one of those freebies on the 1. Just pocket speed to the corner along the rail. That really leaves it may leave a 2-railer on the 2 or something like that. He could follow it as well. But like if he wanted to give a little more effort on making it, he could kind of hold the ball right there and hit a center ball and really not give up too much of a shot. Great hit. He's going to dive a little bit.
So a much more defensive-oriented game here. Gorst needs 2, and Lukas needs 5.
The 7's a little funny. Be careful there. It's going to double kiss. Anytime the ball's double kiss, the 7 and 5, you could get a little funny reaction. See how the 7 came up a little higher? So you just got to be a little more careful.
Good decision there, though, to not take care of the 1, but dislodge some of these other balls first. Get them in play. It's kind of a funny thing. A 3-0 lead in ball count can be a big lead or a little lead, depending upon the arrangement of the other object balls.
Yeah, just for us, we're lucky enough, to get to do these great players, and we all know those leads are much slimmer when these guys are involved, or the protection of those leads, anyways.
Yeah, they evaporate easily.
Okay, starting to get somewhere where it may let a ball leak out. Don't think so. You may get a free double, like twice cross corner, where you can run the cue ball. Like almost there, but not quite. Can't really afford to shoot the 3, I don't think. Hard to stiff it in anyways, but
yeah, the reward doesn't justify the risk on that one.
Yeah.
You have to completely warp an angle, and then you're leaving it right down there in the good banking zone if you do.
Just cut the 3 and come straight down the table, most likely. Again, don't have to hit it too thin, even if you need to put a hair left. Well, he went for the stiff, so he's going to give up shots, and that's surprising to me. The 2 ball, the 9 ball, the 7 ball. But, I see that from Fedor when he's playing someone he really considers not only a good banker, but a very good mover.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't want to get out-moved because he feels like he's not just right there yet. But I didn't think that would be the case here. I thought he may grind a little bit more, especially considering we're in the 11th hour and the 11th round.
Yeah.
Now, he was obviously trying to get around more with the cue ball. What's he shooting here, Mark?
I think it was going to be defensive oriented. He's calling. Is he calling 3 rail?
I don't know what he's calling.
Just pure defense, I guess.
Yeah, and that shot right there, a lot of times, like you see how he got a little close to a kiss at the second rail, is make sure you speed that object ball up with a little more pace, and you don't get that kiss hardly ever. I mean, that shot doesn't come up very often anyways, but you'd be amazed. wrong time, like that kiss in the side pocket we saw in, game number 1?
Was it?
That scratch, remember the scratch I was telling you about? That happened to me playing
Oh,
parade.
yeah. The
remember
kiss
that?
out of the middle of the table
Exactly.
shot.
Those
Okay.
kisses do come up. So
Yeah, now I remember.
he's gotten himself somewhat of a shot.
Yeah, he would have preferred to not make that ball. But now he's left the cross side 5 or cross corner 5.
And like Shannon Dalton, he told me about one day, you'll learn to shoot to one side of the pocket right there on that shot, not letting it double down. You know, if you hit the other long rail, it has a chance to slide not only, but it never comes back down. And that's just experience.
Well, when he elevated, he lost just a hint of accuracy with it, too.
Yeah.
You know, so.
But if you tell him ahead of time, right, elevate and try to hit the long rail, he probably doesn't sell out. And sometimes he makes it a little more, I think.
You do, because when you cut across that ball, it always wants to shorten up.
Yeah.
So.
And I think the diamond does even more, at times anyways.
Now, this is a shot that if you're going to play bank pool, you have to be really good at these spot shot banks because they come up almost every match. You're going to have to play 1 or 2 of them. Anytime somebody scratches on a ball that they made, this is going to be your shot.
And this is on the fence. The 3-7-9 in play, so I wouldn't even draw it. I'd go ahead and stun over because you could draw it and bobble it and sell out a bank on the 1 anyways. Yeah, I like that play right there, trying to stun. It may not work out, but and it doesn't look like it has. But what my point was, no matter how you shoot it, the game's still in jeopardy just because the 3, 9, and 7 are so open.
Yeah, the arrangement of the balls.
Yeah, if he can stiff one shot in here, I wouldn't say a favorite to win the game, but he's not too much of a dog. Yeah, Mark, some banks are easier on the slick table, and then some banks are more difficult. And the one to get it to grab and come over is the one that's definitely more difficult. I think he's got to elevate here. I'm looking kind of on the line and on the new felt, unless he warps it with a high ball. I'm not so sure this can be made.
Well, Jeremy's also, the game's in jeopardy if he misses.
Well, he put a lot of speed, so good stroke.
Nicely played. Gorst gets on the board with a win. We're tied at 1. Double J. Glad to have you alongside here. You're great at looking forward to what can happen here, alerting everyone.
Yeah, well, you go around gambling at 9-ball banks a little bit, you got to learn it pretty quick.
Well,
it's a scary game. You know,
maybe your one pocket insights stem from some of that too. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty fortunate around Houston. So many great minds growing up. You play those guys and you learn pretty quickly.
Did you ever gamble against Jack Cooney?
No, I mean, Jack kind of took a liking to me through a mutual friend, I think, and of course Jersey Red. When people heard they helped me, everybody loved Jersey so much they'd come talk to me just to hear about Jersey. They didn't really care about me so much, which was fine. So that kind of stuff, and then we run across each other on the road, Jack and I, and I bet on him a few times. He bet on me a few times, So
I truly think you and I were a little bit blessed. You were around Jersey Red more, but we both feel like we owe him.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like we definitely put his interests ahead of ours just from the kind of man he was.
Yeah, I mean, literally at playoffs there for, I guess, about a 3 or 4 year span when it was just you could win $10,000 a night. Of course, you could lose your money too, but many times I got broke. Or let's just say not had a very good night, and or maybe 20 hours worth of playing, and he come in, you just forget about all that. He just always said the right thing, or just always made it fun. Truly one of a kind.
Made you feel like it's just another day at the office. That's what happens here when you play, So.
Well, the thing is, he had the most unique ego for a great player I've ever seen. And it wasn't a bad ego. It was just unique.
Yeah.
Whereas he was still very humble and, you know.
Oh, yeah.
He'd tell me about the story him and Red, Eddie Taylor went on the road. And, you know, a pool detective was there, and Red walked in first. And, you know, the guy said, don't play Red in one pocket. And Eddie walked in 45 minutes later, how you used to do it back in the day, right? And the detective said, yeah, you don't play that guy anything. You know, talking about Eddie, you know. So, you know, he was always talking about the greats and how good they were. He wasn't talking about how he beat them or this and that.
Yeah.
So.
One of the things.
Which he did. You know, we all know that at times. So.
Just for clarity's sake, too.
Yeah.
There's Cornbread Red. A
Oh,
lot of people refer to him as a great talent and everything. But there's no way he was in Jersey Red's league.
Yeah, and Cornbread tell you the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, maybe snooker, right? Because he was a good snooker with the
fair enough.
six reds
But
and stuff like that.
People that don't know assume that, you know, they were about the same or
yeah, it's
something.
like Fats. You know, Fats was a good player and real good for money, but he wasn't no Moscone or Jersey Reds kind of caliber.
Exactly.
You know? But he was one of Jersey Red's favorite guys, though. He
Oh,
loved Fats.
for having fun and talking.
Yeah.
Nobody in that Fats league for that. And if he got you talking, it didn't matter if you did play a little better than him, he's still going to beat you.
Yeah.
You got to bear down against him.
All right. I guess he called extension because I think there is a shot clock here.
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
I just now got there.
Looks like his face is a little more in focus to me.
He's pocketed 2 balls here from the break.
Yeah.
Make that 3.
Now, this is the bank. If you really don't overhit it, the slick new felt is very conducive for this bank. Let it grab. It's a flat ball. Come straight across with the cue ball. The good thing about this as well is a little bit older felt. This ball could bobble on you and stand up and leave a return bank. But this one, it doesn't really want to do it with the new felt. It either wants to go in or kind of get out of there. See how it turns nice on
Boy,
the new
that turned
felt?
a lot.
Well, as long as you don't overhit it, just a nice medium confident stroke, it really grabs nicely.
This is his out ball from the break.
Man. I'm not betting on these because I'm involved in the tournament as one of the shot callers, right? But I think I'd be betting on them to make this if I had the choice.
Oh, yeah.
Don't let it stun too much forward. There is a little bit of a scratch by the 9. You just let it go. Sweet.
Drano. Okay, 2-1 is our score now.
And that flat ball mark, that's what carries that twist all the way down the table to that short rail on that 8 ball. A lot of people say, "Oh, you put right on that, right?" Right doesn't carry that spin down the table like flat does. It comes across and gets that cut and deuce throw, and I don't know what it is. It puts a little more power on the object ball, maybe too.
Well, I think you get the cut and do side spin anyway, you know. So
Yeah, but it's like a skid, kind of like. So the flat ball and hitting downward a little bit creates more grab. So that's why the ones that are inside the corner where you have to hit them outward and bring them back, it's not right spin that's going to get it done. It's kind of more of that coming
Downward.
across and downward,
If Freddie Benevegna always said, because I was a straight puller and I'd go to Chicago, he'd be showing me some shots, or we'd be talking, and he'd go, this stroke here you can't do. It'd be one of those that you twist like a one-pocket cross, you know, which I could do, but he was just saying my little flat, dinky stroke doesn't produce it like his jerky jab downward hit.
Yeah, well,
he was a funny guy.
Just get the downward hit in the center ball. Believe me, you still want the good stroke, you know. Your good stroke downward with the flat cue ball, that'll get it done.
He was making a point.
Yeah.
He had good respect. He couldn't play me 9-ball or straight pool, but banks of one pocket was where we had to play.
Yeah.
He was funny. He was a great guy. Love Freddie.
He's going to go here. Just a rolling ball, I think. Could hit it with low right and go around. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, what am I thinking? Cross side on the 7. Can he draw this, or does he have to hit it with a high ball?
Well, if you hit it high, it plays a little bit easier. If you hit draw, he's perfectly capable of making that too. But I think high ball. No, stunned it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to turn out great. Giddy on up. Okay.
Yeah. If he had a few more to shoot at, I mean, the 8's the better shot, it looks like, but may not give us position. He could stun straight down for the 6 or the 2. Yeah, I like the 8. I like the 8 right here. You're keeping the heat on. Even if you don't get another shot, you know, that you like, you're going to get 2-0 and 2-1 up in the game count.
It's kind of torn. The 8's not dead on. The 1's not really great. It's very makeable. Both of them very makeable.
Yeah, and the 4 is makeable too, but it's lower percentage, and you're really kind of selling out some shots. So this one's okay. I wonder how he's going to play it, though. He can hit a high ball, kind of go one rail into the 8. He can hit low right English here. He may be able to
think center and just drag it down table. Just go all out to make this bank. Not worry about position. Oh,
yeah.
Oh boy, Gin.
And he was moving the 8 out of way, right? He's hanging the 1 if he misses it, probably not giving up a bank. So I think he was protecting a little bit right there, along with trying to make another bank. Could be 10 and out to end this match. Because if he makes this one, unless he's dead froze, he will shoot at it.
Good job there. Stunned with a little bit inside.
Yeah, 2 ball here. And if he really wants to protect, it's probably a high ball going into the 6 with the cue ball, trying to lag it somewhat. If you fire it, I just don't really see a safe way to play the cue ball.
No, you hate to fire it, and then if you end up clunking into the 9 and 5 and open them up, or scratching off the back of the 9, or something weird happening.
That ball's coming on the spot as well.
Yeah, I think you better smooth this. Well, he's jacking up to draw. Okay.
Yeah, not much though, right? Just above a little bit. Ooh.
Great effort. Got the cue ball out here. Yeah, great effort.
And if you can get past the first shot when you have that big lead, that's the one you're trying to get past. You feel like, okay, I can get a couple more balls out of play, and I'm real good.
Now Lucas, he's gonna go on the 8 here.
He should.
And it's not. He doesn't have a whole lot of choice, but he can get something from here if he makes it. I don't think he should play safe. No, he is playing safe. Now he's all the way back. Well, straight back on the 6, I guess. 3.
I don't know if he can
straight
get
back
at
on the
it.
6.
Looks like the
maybe the
3's
7. Maybe the 3.
The 2 crosses over. I mean, it does. I mean, the 9's not in the way at all. It's about 2/3 ball hit probably. It plays pretty decent. You're not going to scratch. Oh, the 3 goes. Well, the 3's going to be the play to end this match. I think the 2 doesn't twist easily, I don't think. John Mars in the background.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, I like John.
Comes every year. Good shot.
Cue ball is okay.
You talk about John Mars, I never forget this. Anybody thinks they can beat Shane Van Boening, you just see John Mars.
Yeah.
He's all down with it.
Oh, yeah.
Big table or bar table.
For many years. He's placed many wagers on SVB. Smart guy, John.
Yeah.
Not just because of that, but just period. Smart
Just
guy.
a great guy to hang with.
From Detroit area, right?
No, I don't know that.
Michigan, yeah. All right, stiffs this in nicely, medium.
Match ball.
There it is.
Oh, great shot. And Lucas really did not do much wrong, but after the first rack, it was just all Fedor. Got out, broke around out. All right, everybody, thank you. That's our time for this time. Until next time, so long.